So picture three guys standing on a school playground. Same age, same build, same fitness level, but one of them hasn't eaten in 36 hours. One of them hasn't slept in 36 hours. And one of them hasn't had a single drop of water in 36 hours. There's no food in the arena, no water in the arena, just the three of them on a patch of asphalt. They've been told this is a fight and they have to fight. There's also one weird carve out in the rules. The no sleep guy was allowed coffee and energy drinks the whole way in. He just couldn't actually sleep. So he's basically been mainlining caffeine for a day and a half. No meth though. Sorry, no sleep guy. The question is, who actually walks out of this? Let me lay it out. The first thing to understand is the old survival rule of thumb. You can go 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without warmth, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food. A sleep doesn't even make that list because going without it doesn't really kill you. It just makes you a worse version of yourself. So just on the math, the food guy is the least screwed by a country mile. 3 weeks is the cap and he's at 36 hours. That's about 1/19 of the way there. Most of you watching this have probably done a longer fast by accident. The water guy's in real trouble. 3 days from dying and he's already a third of the way there, and it shows. So let's start with him. Mr. No Water. By the 36-hour mark, dehydration has done some real damage. His blood is thicker, so his heart is working overtime to push it around. His saliva is basically gone, and his mouth is so dry it actually hurts to breathe through it. He's got a splitting headache, he's dizzy when he stands up, and his body has stopped being able to regulate temperature, which means the second he tries to exert himself in this fight, he overheats from the inside out. Pro fighters do this on purpose. They cut weight by dehydrating before weigh-ins. Look at any UFC weigh-in on YouTube. These are peak physical condition men, and they walk to the scale like zombies. Sunken eyes, wobbly steps, completely vacant. That's what 24 hours of severe dehydration looks like. Now add 12 more hours of it, this guy's not winning a fight. The honest answer is, he's barely in the fight. He throws one punch, gasses out instantly, and probably keels over from heat exhaustion before anyone's even broken a sweat. Then there's Mr. No Sleep. This is where it gets interesting because the studies on this are pretty brutal. 24 hours without sleep gives you the cognitive impairment of a blood alcohol level of about 0.08. That's legally drunk in most of the US. By 36 hours, you are well past that. You are functionally trashed. What that feels like is your reaction time goes to absolute shit. Your hand-eye coordination is wrecked. You start micro-sleeping for half a second at random moments without realizing it. You think you feel fine, but everyone around you can see you're not. Anyone who's pulled an all-nighter knows the move where you swear you feel completely normal, and then 30 seconds later you realize you've been staring at a wall the whole time. Now imagine doing that in a fist fight. The caffeine helps a little, but it's a trap. Stimulants paper over the tiredness without actually fixing any of the cognitive damage underneath. You feel awake, but your brain is still operating on 60%. And a day and a half of energy drinks gives you the dieters, which is not exactly helping your aim. But here's the important part. He's not falling over. He's not dehydrated. He's not in physical pain. He can absolutely still throw a punch. His punches just come in a quarter second late. Mythbusters actually tested this years ago. They put people through a driving course drunk and then sleep deprived, and the sleep deprived group did worse than the drunk group. That's how serious 24 plus hours is, and we're at 36. Now the food guy, here is where most people get this completely wrong. They think 36 hours of not eating must be brutal, like he's going to be staggering around dizzy and weak, ready to collapse the second someone tags him. Nope. Anyone who's actually done a 36-hour fast will tell you the same thing. The first 18 hours kind of suck. You're hungry, you're cranky, you're hyper aware of every food you walk past. But then a switch flips. Your body goes, all right, no food's coming, time to burn fat. The hunger pangs literally fade away. Your insulin drops, your adrenaline goes up, and your focus actually sharpens. People do this on purpose all the time. Pro fighters cut weight this way before a fight. Wrestlers fast for tournaments. Entire religions are built around fasting. Mr. Beast has done multi-day fasts on camera as a stunt. A lot of you watching this have probably forgotten to eat for a full day and not even noticed. The science is on his side too. The human body was literally built for this. Our hunter-gatherer ancestors were not on a 3 meals a day schedule. They went days without food, and then they had to sprint after an antelope with a spear. So we have a whole hormonal system that kicks in when food runs out. designed to make you lighter, faster, sharper, and more focused. Because if you couldn't perform on an empty stomach, your species would have died out 50,000 years ago. So here's the picture on that playground. The water guy looks half dead. The no sleep guy looks twitchy and exhausted but is moving around okay. And the food guy looks completely normal, maybe even slightly amped up. He's a little hungry, but he's also weirdly clear-headed, and his joints are actually aching less than usual because fasting reduces inflammation. Who wins? The food guy wins, and it isn't close. The water guy is already gone before the fight even starts. One push, one body shot, and he's on the ground, unable to get back up. Heat exhaustion kicks in within minutes, and even if nobody touches him, he might collapse on his own. The no sleep guy lasts longer. The adrenaline of an actual fight will mask a lot of his tiredness for the first 60 seconds. And he might even land some real shots in that window, but his reaction time is dulled, his decision making is bad, and against an opponent at full mental capacity, he just gets read like a book. One clean punch and he's done. Honestly, he might even be relieved. Finally, an excuse to lie down. The food guy clears them both, possibly in one shot each, and there's a darker version of this question. What if the food guy had to take them on back to back? Knock one out, no rest, immediately fight the other. Even there, food guy still wins. He's burning fat the whole time. He's got effectively infinite endurance for a 5-minute fight, and hunger doesn't gas you out. Thirst and exhaustion do. The bigger lesson is just how badly we misrank our own basic needs. We think of food as the urgent one because we eat 3 times a day, and we feel hungry within hours of skipping a meal. But hunger is mostly a habit alarm. It's your body going, hey, you usually eat at noon. Where's the food? It's not your body actually running out of fuel. Water and sleep are the ones that take you down. Within days for water, within hours for any real performance under sleep deprivation. Food is just the loudest. It complains the most. But it's last in line in terms of actually breaking you. So the man who hasn't eaten in 36 hours doesn't just win this fight. He wins easily, he's barely impaired, and he might genuinely be the sharpest, leanest, most dangerous version of himself he's been all month. The other two are just trying to survive the playground.